Well, you know what they say, location, location, location. But let's be real. If it were only about that, we'd all be living in the same three places. There's so much more to choosing where to live than just the name of the neighborhood. Each area has its own character, pros, and cons. But here's the kicker. It's also about the location within the location. Think about it. Just because a neighborhood is considered great doesn't mean every street in that neighborhood is the best place to buy. There are pocket areas that are absolutely fantastic and others that, well, let's just say you might want to double check your car doors are locked. Is your future home sitting on a peaceful cul-de-sac where kids can play outside? Or is it along a main road where honking becomes your new alarm clock? These are the details that matter, and they can make or break your living experience. And that's exactly what we're going to get into today. So, if you're trying to figure out where to live in Sacramento, you're in the right place. Whether you're moving here for the first time, upgrading, or just trying to avoid a big mistake, I've got you covered. Okay, so first up is Folsom. Now, Folsom is known for top-rated schools, their beautiful parks, and a historic downtown. Folsom is a great place for families looking for a safe, community-oriented environment. Homes here are pricey, starting at $750,000 and above. But the trade-off is access to some of the best schools and family-friendly activities in the region. Next on the list, and I wouldn't say that these are in any specific order, but we've got Elk Grove. Now, Elk Grove is a suburban haven for families with plenty of new developments, parks, and highly rated schools. Home prices are more affordable and starting somewhere in that $500,000 and above. And you get newer construction with great amenities. However, traffic congestion is a growing issue due to its popularity. Next up is one of my favorites, and that's Fair Oaks. Now, Fair Oaks is an eclectic hidden gem with large lots, mature trees, and a charming small town vibe. Picture a mix of vintage charm and modern upgrades where you can still find people raising chickens in their backyard while sipping their morning lattes at a trendy cafe. Now, you can find homes in Fair Oaks starting at 600 plus, but they go up well above that. And honestly, once you visit, you may never want to leave. And of course, you've got downtown Sacramento. This area is broken up into multiple pockets, each with its own vibe. The Capitol Mall is upscale and close to government buildings, while Midtown is the heart of nightlife, arts, and walkability. Old Sacramento offers a historic riverfront feel, while Southside Park provides an urban escape with lots of greenery. Home prices can range anywhere from $450,000 for condos to $1 million for a modern townhome. I want to talk a little bit about areas you should avoid. Now look, sometimes our budget decides for us. I get it. Not everyone is rolling into their first home purchase with an unlimited budget. But here's the deal. Just because a neighborhood has issues doesn't mean it's not a stepping stone to something better. When I bought my first home, I was 21 years old and had very little money. It was a Cracker Jack box of a home in the Alta Arden area, real close to Del Paso Heights, which is another one of those areas that you may want to avoid. But the market was booming at the time, and I just wanted to get into something quickly. Now, 1 year later, I sold that same home with nearly $40,000 in equity, which I was able to use to buy another home in a much better neighborhood. In hindsight, the short-term sacrifice of being in a less desirable area was one of the best decisions I could have made. Because I had a plan and I knew going into it, I was not going to be there for long term. California is an appreciation state, meaning home values tend to rise over time. That creates equity, and equity is your best friend in real estate. So if you have to buy in a less desirable area now, focus on making smart choices within that area. Here's how you maximize your investment. Find the best pocket of a less desirable neighborhood. Every area has better or worse sections. Look for a house on a quiet street away from major roads. Prioritize a home with good bones, one you can improve over time. Make sure you're not the most expensive home on the block, and most importantly, work with a realtor who actually knows these areas inside and out. The right guidance can make all the difference between getting a hidden gem or ending up with a money pit. So here's some of those more specific areas to be cautious about. Now, this is one I mentioned earlier, Del Paso Heights. They have more affordable homes, but crime rates remain high and schools really struggle. Some revitalization is happening, but it's still an area requiring careful consideration. North Highlands, this is a mix of decent and struggling areas. Some homes are very affordable, but crime and lower school ratings are concerns. And then you've got South Sacramento. Now, there's certain pockets here. Some parts have great communities, while others still have gang activity and higher crime rates. Meadowview is one of the more affordable places to buy, but crime, aging infrastructure, and slower appreciation are factors to keep in mind. Then you've got the Fruit Ridge Pocket. Now, this is a mix of older homes, their outdated infrastructure, and ongoing safety concerns. Some areas are improving, but proceed with caution. And then my old stomping grounds, where I bought my first home, the Alta Arden area. Now, this is close to shopping and conveniences, but struggles with crime, aging properties, and inconsistent redevelopment efforts. Here's my advice. If you're considering one of these areas, consult with a local realtor who can help you identify pocket areas that might be safer or better investments. All right, so there you have it. The best and worst places to live in Sacramento in 2025. Whether you're moving for work, family, or just want a fresh start, I hope this guide helped you to narrow down where you want to live. Which neighborhood sounds like the best fit for you? Or if there was a city or town that I didn't mention, drop a comment below. And also, if you need personalized advice on buying or selling in Sacramento, reach out to me directly. Make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a future video. And remember, as always, a single smile is infectious. It can spread joy and cover a mile. We'll see you next time.